You think the deal happened on Friday. The price dropped. You tapped buy, and you won. But the most expensive moment of Black Friday isn't the sale. It's 6 weeks later, when a huge share of all of this comes back. And for a lot of it, the cheapest thing anyone can do is throw it away. Kiost atius, THEID in coast OF, EVERYTHING for 1 day. The system does exactly what it was built to do. In the United States, shoppers spend somewhere around $11 billion online on Black Friday alone. And across the holiday season, hundreds of billions more. That's the number you're shown. The headlines. The countdown timers, the lowest price of the year. And here's the strange part. A lot of those prices aren't actually the lowest of the year. Price. Trackers who follow the same products for months keep finding the same thing. The deal is often anchored to a higher reference price, set just beforehand. But the fake discount isn't the real cost either. It's just the bait. To see the actual bill, you have to follow the package after it arrives and watch what a startling amount of it does next. Start with the thing nobody puts on a poster. Americans return roughly $685 billion of merchandise a year. About 1 in every $6 spent at retail comes back. And the holidays are the peak of it. The gifts that don't fit. The impulse buy you regretted by Tuesday. The 2 sizes you ordered on purpose, planning to send one back. Online, that return rate is far higher than in a physical shop. Sometimes 1 in 5 items, sometimes 1 in 4. And Black Friday is overwhelmingly online. So the sale doesn't end when you pay. It ends weeks later, when a river of boxes turns around and flows back upstream into a system most shoppers don't know exists. Here's what people get wrong about a return. You think of it as unbuying. The money goes back, the item goes back, neat and reversed. It isn't. A return triggers a second supply chain. Running backwards, and backwards is far more expensive than forwards. Going out. A product moves in bulk, 1 pallet, 1 truck, 1 efficient route. Coming back, every single item arrives alone. It has to be shipped individually, received, opened, inspected, tested, cleaned, repackaged, relabeled, and only then, maybe, put back into stock. Industry estimates put the cost of handling a return at anywhere from 20 cents to 66 cents for every dollar of the item's price. Read that again. For some products, taking the thing back eats up 2/3 of what it was worth. Now follow that math to where it leads. If processing a returned item costs more than you can ever resell it for, a coldly rational business does the unthinkable. It doesn't restock it at all. It liquidates it, sells it in bulk to a middleman for cents on the dollar. Or, for the cheapest, bulkiest, lowest margin goods, it simply destroys it. New, unused, still in the box. Because the warehouse space, the labor, and the freight to bring it back to a shelf cost more than the thing itself. 2, woe 400, natural pause on the disposal pile. 2, measure it by weight, and it stops being abstract. By industry estimates, the United States sends billions of pounds of returned product to landfill and incineration every year. Goods that were manufactured, shipped across oceans, sold, delivered, and then thrown away without ever being used. And it isn't free to throw away, either. The reverse freight, the warehousing, the disposal, moving things that create no value, only cost. The carbon footprint of returns alone runs into the tens of millions of tons a year. So who pays for all this? On the surface, the retailer eats it free returns, no questions asked. That generosity is deliberate. Easy returns are what make you comfortable buying 2 sizes or buying on impulse at midnight. But a business doesn't absorb $100 billion cost out of kindness. It prices it in, quietly, in advance, into the cost of everything on the shelf. The returns nobody sees are paid for by everybody who buys. The convenience is real. It just isn't free. It just $6.30 on the storefront before the reveal tour, so add it up. Not the savings on the poster, the bill behind it. Handling the things that come back, the reverse, freight, the inspection, the repackaging, the markdowns, the destruction costs the U.S. retail system an estimated $100 billion a year. $100 billion. Not to make anything. Not to sell anything new. Purely to deal with the things that were sold once, came back, and now have to go somewhere. $100 billion a year is more than the entire annual revenue of most of the biggest retailers on earth. Spent on nothing but moving things in the wrong direction. And the goods themselves, that's $680. $5 billion flowing backwards. That's a stream of merchandise the size of a national economy, running in reverse. The weight sent to landfill alone is the equivalent of thousands of fully loaded jumbo jets of brand. New product, thrown away rather than resold. That's the hidden cost of Black Friday. Not the discount. The discount was always the easy part. The cost was hidden weeks later, in a warehouse you'll never see. In a mountain of perfectly good things it was cheaper to bury than to sell again. The price on the tag was never the whole price. It never is. That's what we do here. We find the bill that isn't on the receipt. For the things you thought you already understood. Next time! A cruise ship that looks like a floating holiday, and the staggering cost of keeping it from ever, for 1 second, feeling like a machine. Xios adios, subscribe. The hidden cost of everything.